with them. So, shootout time, 3.1 kilometres to go. The cobbles are coming, so that's going to get rough. Late push here, looking from Remy Cavagna, is it? In the blue, he's on his own for quick-step floors, and in fact he does. He was mustering for this, and here he goes. Well, this could be a surprise. It may well start to mix it up amongst these guys, and he's gone for it. He's flown the coop. 2.8 to go.
So Remy Cavagna, quick step floors, pushing on, being chased by one of the Wanty Group Demare riders. This is falling into the laps of Francis Jager and Cofidis. They're not having to do too much work. They've got a carrot out there in front of us. Very fast running back into town now.
I think Wanty was afraid out there, unafraid to dig in and go, but he's backed out of it right now as Cavagna it is that pushes on. He's got, what, 6-7 bike lengths as they head around this, all on the left-hand side, you'll notice, shorter way through that roundabout. Smooth road, best we've had on the course, but it's about to turn into cobbles as we pick up and head towards the cathedral here. 2.3 to go, plenty of turns still to come, last of which of course will be with 100 metres to go, and still as Cavagna gets eaten back up by Francis Jager here, they're doing a lot of work, and Bouhanni has been gifted, I think, less of a work rate than Francis Jager, the Cofidis man, and in fact there is Bouhanni right on the wheel of Demare. He's staring back at him. He's shoot his teammates out for now.
Well, it's an interesting one, isn't it? They've had a much easier day than Francis Jager. They haven't done the riding on the front, had as many riders. They both started with 21 riders. It's now come down to this. Bouhanni is opting for Demare's back wheel. It's really interesting. Demare has the faith in his team. Bouhanni's got the teammates up here, but opting to go with Demare.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to try and stare him down, and Fortunato getting involved again. In fact, they're going to have a couple up towards the pointy end here. Leodanis and Perichon as Francis Jager pick it up, and Bouhanni's decided to go with this. Oh, they're side by side at the moment. This is going to be Bouhanni versus Demare, as if it could be anything else. Oh, getting out of shape on some of the elevated sections here. Onto the cobbles we come, and they're grinding into this one. Still Demare has not decided to go for it just for the time being. 1,100 metres remaining. Flamme Rouge coming.
Still got two riders in front of him, just coming over these cobbles for the last time. The riders won't be sorry to see the end of those, but there we can see Demare in third place. We've got Bouhanni right behind him.
Well, storm clouds are gathering, as you can see, but right now kicking up everything into everybody else's faces seems to be Francis Jager. There's the Flamme Rouge right now. P3 is Demare. Just behind him is, of course, Bouhanni, who has not used his teammates on this approach. He'd rather just keep a clear view of the man he wants to beat. He's been before in a situation such as this. Likewise, Demare has given it to Bouhanni, dished it out, I should say, and here we go. Faster pace coming up, last turn to come.
Big fight for the last corner with only 100 metres to go once they go round it. This isn't it, but a nasty right-hand turn coming up.
There it is, an absolute grisly one right now. Still haven't decided to launch it. We'll get the heads-up shot for you in just a few moments' time. And here we go. Gas is what's required out here, and quite frankly, the last of the turns is still to come. That's only the 500 marker. Well, there is Bouhanni is on the back of Demare right now, and in fact, there it is. That was further back down the course. So now they open up. Who's going to go for it? And Demare decides finally he's going to go for a release. Oh, and it's Bouhanni who's on his case. Mano a mano. It couldn't be anything else. Bouhanni comes up, tries to take the centre of the road. Oh, he complains about being hampered, but he was not. Demare crosses the line, nearly loses the bars of his bike under the effort, but he had the effort, he had the team, and he's got the result. Arnaud Demare is our champion, and he's beaten his nemesis, Bouhanni, to take it.
What a great finish there. Arnaud Demare's team literally rode on the front all day long and really set him up at the finish. Bouhanni on his back wheel complained and complained and complained that Demare had switched him over the road. But let's be honest, he had a 20-foot, 25-foot wide road. He could have gone whichever side he wanted towards the end.
Yeah. Planted centre of the road, Arnaud Demare, and just thanking Michael Delage there, one of the final lead-out men for him. Job well done, mission accomplished for Francis Jager, and indeed for Arnaud Demare, who's cock-a-hoop at the moment. All the results seem to be coming his way, and he's the principal French sprinter going to the Tour de France.
And here we go. We got the slow-mo finish coming up. Demare, yes, he knows where Bouhanni is. Yes, he's just nudging over to the middle of the road. But Bouhanni, let's be fair. I mean, he wasn't getting anywhere near Demare there, and could have gone across the other side of the road quite easily. And I'm afraid, Carlton, it just goes back to what we were saying. Bouhanni, he's the rider that doesn't quite get there more often than not, and he's the rider that always looks for other excuses.
Well, in 2012, Bouhanni beat Demare. In 2014, Demare beat Bouhanni. And in fact, battle royal yet again. Let's have a look at it. He comes out into the wind, and frankly, he's got nothing left. Maybe he should have used his team a bit more just to keep him out of the wind. There's no complaint there, as far as I'm concerned, that is worthy of hitting a target.
No, I mean, he was going backwards, wasn't he? It wasn't like he was up on Demare's bottom bracket and Demare was pushing him across the other side of the road into the barrier. He was barely level with his back wheel. If anything, he was behind him.
2 seconds in the rear, Lavaux and Pierre-Luc Perichon. Saint-Charles, Ladenois, brave effort by them. Barbier, Samuel Dumoulin, he rolled the dice, didn't he? Just not his game today. Alfredo Antuzzi, but Demare is the French champion.